Chief Meteorologist Brian Bledsoe.
A couple of things I look for on a satellite image to kind of really get excited or not get excited about a storm that's headed our way. And two of those things are very evident here. One is this right here, really strong subtropical jet stream, bringing up a lot of moisture from the subtropics. Mostly it's cruising across parts of New Mexico, Texas, and points to the east. So it's at least close enough that if we had some energy coming in from the west, which is right here, moving through the Great Basin, that the two would again kind of link up and at least add fuel to the fire as far as the storm coming in. I think the bulk of this moisture associated with this jet down here probably going to end up to our south and east, but it's close enough that it's going to work together with that upper level energy to produce a decent snow for some of us here across southern Colorado. So that's kind of the table setter for you, but I still don't think we have a whole lot of problems overnight tonight. There could be a few snow showers here and there in and across the Pikes Peak region, but anything that would be impactful I think is going to end up to the north of Denver overnight tonight. But as we put things into motion, notice what happens by tomorrow morning. You can see the light up along the I-25 corridor. Nothing terribly heavy, at least at that time, but after that, you'll see some darker blues show up here, especially after about 9 or 10 in the morning. We have some good upsloping winds coming out of the east and the southeast. That's a great ingredient to bring some snow to the front range. And down here in the southern Sangre de Cristos and the Wet Mountains, yeah, you're going to be in for a pretty prolonged bout of some heavy snow for those areas down here. Even through the afternoon, you could still see some good stuff happening from Denver through Monument right down to Colorado Springs and Pueblo. But after that, you see where the darker blues eventually end up, a little bit farther to the south, along and south of Highway 50 as we settle into tomorrow night. During the course of tomorrow night, yeah, the same trend is going to take shape. The focus shifts farther south. We see some drying taking place up along the northern front range, which will eventually shrink the snow from north to south. So by the time Sunday morning gets here, I think we start out with a clear sky for a lot of us. Cold temperatures, though, so a good deal of icing conditions likely up and down I-25 and the adjacent roads across the Pikes Peak region northward toward Denver. Some lingering snow showers south, but bottom line, the lion's share of the snow will be out of here. Snowfall potential, yeah, in and around the Springs, mostly a 3 to 6 inch event, I think is what we'll do. Maybe a little bit less than that in Security or a little bit more than that in places like the Air Force Academy, Rock Rim and Peregrine, Mountain Shadows. Those areas might stack up maybe just an inch or two more. But 4 to 8 Black Forest, Monument, Palmer Lake, Cascade, up toward Woodland Park looks about right. 2 to 4 inches farther south by the time you head toward Canyon City, as well as Penrose, and then along Highway 50, 2 to 4. Pueblo, a little bit less than that, maybe along and north of Highway 50 out here on the Eastern Plains, a little bit more than that to the south, and the jackpot, as I said, the wets and the sangres, where several inches of heavy wet snow will likely occur, which for this time of year is absolutely amazing. Let's look at the next 3 days in the Springs after we get past storm tomorrow night. Much better. Sunday, sunny and chilly, 35, 43 on Monday, and most of next week just looks simply quiet. Temperatures mostly in the 40s. Nothing to worry about right there. For Pueblo, Canyon City, and Woodland Park, the same story. We'll get this storm system out of the way. The rest of the forecast looks quiet.